Well, I am back recording after holding out until I had my new setup sorted, which it is now, and I am so pleased with it. I just got to wait for 3070. Anyway, though, today we are going to be taking a look at my top tips for Fireteam. Starting it simple by just giving you a reminder that you can change your keybinds. This is useful if you're struggling to reach the keys for certain things like your attachments, especially if your hands are on the smaller side. Continue on with stuff and attachments, use them. It may seem obvious, but when I play I rarely see people using their attachments, so remember they're there and also remember what they're useful for. For example, the torch is good if you are in some close quarters combat and if it's dark. You know, that's kind of what it's there for, so use it, yeah? Then as well as the torch we have the laser, which is pretty self-explanatory, but if you ever need some help aiming, especially when you're hip firing, or if your night vision is on, it is quite helpful. Give it a go. Now something I don't see very often, I don't think anyone does, and it hurts so much, is seeing a good Fireteam leader. It's just so sad, especially when everyone should be watching my Fireteam leader guide, link in description, if I remember. What I do try and make sure is that I have at least somewhat of a competent FTL, and I do this by typing in chat at the start of the round, and just ask what their plan is. They'll give me a rough idea, then I at least know vaguely that they know what they're doing. It's the best we can do, really. Speaking of members of your Fireteam though, remember you usually have a medic. If you don't have a medic, maybe consider being the medic. We'll have a guide on that once we get the overhaul. But other than that, remember the medic's there and use them. If you can get revived by one when you're incapacitated, it can save your team a ticket and save you a lot of time, especially if your FTL hasn't placed a rally and you have to run for spawn. Ah! Sorry, I get a little bit emotional with that one. For my final tip though, we're going to be talking about the RPG and the PGO, specifically the Russian RPG, as the Insurgent one doesn't have it. But the PGO that you get with it, it's a site. It's very useful, and it can take some of the guesswork out of using the RPG. And there's a lot of that. But using this image, provided by Sid, thank you very much, mate, follow the yellow guide, and you should have a bit more luck getting that sweet, sweet red smoke. Everyone wants it. No one gets it. Other than that, I hope you have found these tips helpful, and there's many more that I could have included, but the video would be very, very long, so please do use these to the fullest. And if you have any more queries, ask them in the comments, and if you want more help, you can either learn from making mistakes, or you can click on my Fireteam playlist and have a look at my other videos, and I'm sure you will learn a couple more things. But I will see you next time. Goodbye.